Hi, friends. I have a book to read to you today called The Last Stop on Market Street. And it actually has two different awards, guys. It has the Caldecott Honor Book Award for having the most distinguished pictures in this picture book that was made the year it came out. And it also has a John Newbery Medal, which is for the most distinguished contribution to American literature for children. So this is a very popular, very beautiful book. The words were by Matt de la Pena, so he was the author, and the pictures were by Christian Robinson, so he is the illustrator. And this book is all about a little boy named CJ and his grandmother Nana. And in this book, they go on an adventure and they go somewhere. And as they go, this little boy CJ learns to appreciate the beauty in the world. So as we read, I really want you to pay attention, okay? And I want you to think, what helps CJ see the beauty in the world? All right, last stop on Market Street. For Luna and her two grandmas, Ronnie and Grace, and for Nana. And look at that place. Does that look like they live in the city, or does it look like they live in the country? Are there a lot of houses, or are there not that many houses at all? There are a lot of houses, aren't there? And they're right next to each other. So I'm thinking that CJ and his Nana live in a city. All right. CJ pushed through the church doors, skipped down the steps. The outside air smelled like freedom, but it also smelled like rain, which freckled CJ's shirt and dripped down his nose. Do you guys see CJ on the stairs as he's running down? There he is right there. And I wonder if you can see his Nana. Do you see her behind him? He ducked under his Nana's umbrella, saying, "How come we gotta wait for the bus in all this wet?" "Trees get thirsty too," his Nana told him. "Don't you see that big one drinking through a straw?" CJ looked for a long time, but never saw a straw. What do you think she might be talking about, drinking through a straw? The straw is the trees stump and its branches. It's drinking through them, through its bark, through all of that part right there. And CJ doesn't see it. From the bus stop, he watched water pool on flower petals, watched rain patter against the windshield of a nearby car. His friend Colby climbed in and gave CJ a wave and drove off with his dad. "Nana, how come we don't get a car?" Now, I'm thinking that when CJ asks his grandma why they don't have a car, he might be feeling a little bit left out. He feels sorry for himself, I think, a little bit, and he's probably uncomfortable in the rain. He's wishing he had a car like his friends. Boy, what do we need a car for? We got a bus that breathes fire, and old Mr. Dennis, who always has a trick for you. Now I'm thinking Nana is trying to help CJ see how beautiful the world is when she tells him this. Boy, what do we need a car for? We got a bus that breathes fire. The author is being very descriptive in the language he's using to help us picture this bus too and what's happening. A bus that breathes fire, he says. The bus creaked to a stop in front of them. It sighed and sagged, and the doors swung open. Wow, listen to those words. It sighed and swagged. Can you picture how a bus would sigh and sag? It would slow down, come to a stop, and the doors come open. So how are Nana and CJ traveling through the city? On a bus. "What's that I see?" Mr. Dennis asked. He pulled a coin from behind CJ's ear and placed it in his palm. Nana laughed her deep laugh and pushed CJ along. They sat right up in the front. The man across the way was tuning his guitar. So there's the man tuning his guitar. And an old woman with curlers had butterflies in a jar. Look at that. And Nana gave everyone a great big, what do you think? Smile and a good afternoon. She made sure CJ did the same because that's polite. The bus lurched forward and stopped. Lurched forward and stopped. Can you guys try that with me? Lurched forward and stopped. And you can really imagine that bus. It's almost like we're there. Nana hummed as she knit. How come we always gotta go here after church? CJ said. Miguel and Colby never have to go nowhere. I feel sorry for those boys, she told him. They'll never get a chance to meet Bobo or the Sunglass Man. And I hear Trixie got herself a brand new hat. CJ stared out the window, feeling sorry for himself. He watched cars zip by on either side, watched a group of boys hop curbs on bikes. So how is CJ feeling right now? Does he want to go with his Nana on this adventure? What do you think? No, he wants to do what his friends are doing. But she's saying, well, that would be awful sad if you didn't get to come. A man climbed aboard with a spotted dog. CJ gave up his seat. Oh, well, that was very kind for him to do for that man. How come that man can't see? Boy, what do you know about seeing? Nana told him. Some people watch the world with their ears. That's a fact. Their noses, too, the man said, sniffing the air. That's a mighty fine perfume you're wearing today, ma'am. Nana squeezed the man's hand and laughed her deep laugh. Nana is such a kind person. Such a good role model for CJ. Two older boys got on next. CJ watched as they moved on by and stood in back. Sure wish I had one of those, he said. One of what? Look at the boys. What do they have? They're listening to music. They have a music player, and CJ's saying, I sure wish I had one of those. Nana set down her knitting. What for? You've got the real live thing sitting across from you. Why don't you ask the man if he'll play us a song? Because remember, there's a man with a guitar. CJ didn't have to. The guitar player was already plucking strings and beginning to sing. To feel the magic of music, the blind man whispered. I like to close my eyes. Nana closed hers too. So did CJ, and so did the spotted dog. So I'm noticing CJ has his eyes closed, and what is he doing with his mouth? Is he frowning? No, he's smiling. So the illustration's helping us understand how CJ is feeling. How is he feeling? Is he feeling blue, do you think? No, I think he's feeling green. He's feeling happy, calm. He looks like he's definitely feeling a little bit better. And wow, this next illustration is gorgeous, you guys. Get those ears looking. And in the darkness, the rhythm lifted CJ out of the bus, out of the busy city. He saw sunset colors swirling over crashing waves, saw a family of hawks slicing through the sky, saw the old woman's butterflies dancing free in the light of the moon. CJ's chest grew full, and he was lost in the sound, and the sound gave him the feeling of magic. Wow, Nat de la Pena, the author, uses so much beautiful language to describe how CJ is feeling. And here, I'm thinking that it's not the rhythm that lifted CJ out of the bus, is it? But instead, how he is using his imagination to help him appreciate the beauty of the world around him. The music is helping him to appreciate the beauty too. So wonderful. So his imagination and the music are helping him appreciate and see the beauty all around him. Keep that in mind, friends. The song ended and CJ opened his eyes. Everyone on the bus clapped, even the boys in back. Oh, so kind. Nana glanced at the coin in CJ's palm. CJ dropped it in the man's hat. Sometimes when people put their hats down like that and keep them so you can throw some change in for them, if they're doing a nice job, it's like you're tipping them for entertaining you. Last stop on Market Street, Mr. Dennis called. Where are they getting off? The last stop on Market Street. I think we're finally about to find out where CJ and his Nana are headed. CJ looked around as he stepped off the bus. Crumbling sidewalks and broken down doors, graffiti-tagged windows and boarded up stores. Does that sound like a very nice town? It sounds like it's kind of getting yucky. He reached for his Nana's hand. How come it's always so dirty over here? But guess what Nana said, guys? She smiled and she pointed up to the sky. Sometimes when you're surrounded by dirt, CJ, you're a better witness for what's beautiful. So she's saying sometimes if there's not anything that's beautiful around you, you'll really know beautiful when you see it because it stands out so much. I love Nana, she's so positive. CJ saw the perfect rainbow arcing over their soup kitchen. Their soup kitchen. So that's where they're headed. He wondered how his Nana always found beautiful where he never even thought to look. He looked all around them again at the bus rounding the corner out of sight and the broken street lamp still lit up bright and the stray cat shadows moving across the wall. And look, there's the rainbow that he saw. When he spotted their familiar faces in the window, he said, "I'm glad we came." I wonder why he would decide that he's glad they came now. Is it because he cares about these people? He knows them, and it's nice for him to see them. It makes him feel good to see them. He knows how special everybody is, and so does his Nana. He thought his Nana might laugh her deep laugh, but she didn't. She patted him on the head and told him, "Me too, CJ. Now come on." So she's happy they came too. And look, there they are. They're helping to pass out some food in the soup kitchen for people who don't have food. They're helping to make sure that they have something to eat. They're volunteering, and that is so beautiful and so wonderful and so heartwarming. And CJ will appreciate these times he had with his Nana when he gets older, and these times he had to help other people. And where do you think they are at the very end? They're back at the bus stop. Now, you guys might not see these much around where you live, but in the cities, they have them everywhere. There are a lot of people that take the bus in the city and the subway. All right, friends, so I hope you really like this story. It is, like I said, a very well-known story, very popular, very beautiful. So I want you to answer this question for me. Are you ready? Give me those listening ears. What helps CJ see the beauty in the world? I'm going to say that one more time. What helps CJ see the beauty in the world? All right, friends. Thanks so much for listening and have a great day. Bye.